Okay, class, purpose of this presentation is to show you that there are four different types of time value of money problems that you would have to solve if you're doing a time value of money problem. I think it's important before you start to solve these problems that you understand what four types of problems there could be when you encounter them, okay? So I'm going to go through these real quick for you, and for today's assignment, I want you to identify, I don't want you to necessarily solve the problems, although when you're finished, you may start to try to solve those, but we'll do those tomorrow. But I want you to identify them first as a certain type of problem. I think that's a very important step to understanding how to look for answers on these problems. So the first one is going to be a present value of a lump sum. All right, when we're talking about a lump sum investment. We're talking about getting or investing one number or one lump sum of money at a given time. So for a present value of the lump sum, we know what the future value of it is. So in 4 years, we're going to have $1,000. So how much would I have to invest today, 4 years previous to my payoff of $1,000 at 5% interest? All right, at 5% interest over 4 years, 1, 2, 3, 4 years. Remember, 0 is present day. So we're talking about 1 year from today, 2 years from today, 3 years from today, 4 years from today, we would have $1,000. How much would I have to invest today to get that lump sum? So here's how that would work. Present value entered into the calculator. There's nothing to enter because that's what we're solving for. Future value would be $1,000. Interest rate would be 5%. The number of years is 4. Number of times compounded per year is 1. And so that's a present value of a lump sum problem. Okay, so there's no steady stream of payments every year. It's just one investment at the beginning. How much is it? How much do I need to invest today to get to a future value of 1,000 later on? Okay. Number 2, future value of a lump sum. So opposite of this, now we're saying if I invest $1,000 today, how much would I get at the end of 4 years? So after 1, 2, 3, 4 years go by at 5%, how much money would this be worth? So into the calculator, I would punch present value as 1,000, future value we're going to solve for. Interest rate is 5, the number of years is 4, the compounded per year is, let's just say it's 1, could be anything, but we'll just say it's 1 to make it easy. And so if I punch that in, I should get some number in the future for that for the answer to that problem. Okay, so that's future value of a lump sum payment. Number 3 is present value of an annuity. Present value of an annuity is when we have a steady stream of payments. All right, $100 every year for 4 years is what we mean by an annuity. That it's an equal amount, either invested or paid out over 4 years. In this case, if we're looking for the present value of an annuity, we're probably looking for how much money do I need to invest today to get $100 payments for 4 years into the future, assuming that the interest rate is 5%. So when we punch this into the calculator, present value would be what we're solving for. Future value would not be a part of this problem because we're not really looking for any lump sum future value here. We're looking for the present value of this stream of payments. Number of years is 4 again. Interest rate's 5, compounded once per year. Now we're going to use a function called the payment function. And that just, if you're working with an annuity problem, that's what you're going to enter in the PMT part of that problem. Okay, so that's the present value of an annuity. Typical type of problem is how much would I have to invest today in order to get those 4 equal $100 payments into the future. And the last one is just the opposite of present value of an annuity, but it's the future value of an annuity. In this case, it's just the opposite of the present value. If I invested $100 per year how much would I have at the end of those 4 years if the interest rate was 5%. So I would punch in present value would not be part of the solution here. Future value would be the question mark or the variable. N would be 4. Compounded per year would equal 1. And the payment would equal 100. Payment would equal 100 for those 4 years. Okay, so there you have it. Those are the 4 different types of time value of money problems that you will encounter. And again, it's important that you identify what these are before you solve the problem. Now, given that, you might see a change in, you might see they might be looking for what the payment is, and they might give you the future value of an annuity, and it's still a future value of an annuity problem, even if they switch those things around. Present value of an annuity problem, they might give you the present value and ask you what the payments might be. In some cases, they might ask you what the interest rate was. If you had $100 payments at a certain present value, what would the rate of return have been, or the interest rate have been if you had those variables, okay? So again, for today's assignment, I want you to look at the problems I gave you yesterday. I want you just to go through all of them and identify them as one of these 4 categories first. And then if you want to get into start solving them after you're finished, that's up to you, but we're gonna work on that tomorrow in class. All right, so again, 4 different types of time value money problems are listed here, and classifying them is crucial to solving them.